Hello, everybody. Today is April 8th. The day of the eclipse is Monday, and I have another update. I said I was going to bring out the two last raised beds with the hoops on them and the netting. And here it is. I am so excited. I am so happy. My husband made these raised beds for me out of pallets. He's wonderful. He is giving, he is caring, and he is all gun ho with the garden project because he knows that he's going to reap the benefits. Now, he made the raised bed, then he put the edging on the top of the raised bed, and this is what we have to secure the netting. And look, a fly is dead. Okay, this is what we have to secure the netting because we have the netting underneath this wooden stick here and just drilled right into it. And this opens up. You see there's rope or string, whatever you want to call it, is a nylon string that we use to hold the lids up. So what I'm going to do is fill this with leaves and twigs and then with a bunch of straw. And then I'm going to put soil on top and use that space too so I can plant. Nothing's going to waste. I'm using every bit of space I can because I do have a lot of seeds and I want to plant as much as possible. And then I'll put soil on top of this bale and plant direct sow my seeds into the dirt. The soil is on top of the bale. This is going to be for brassicas and cauliflower, broccoli, things of that nature that I really want to keep from the bugs damaging and getting to it. I want to get to it. It's been a lot of work, but I don't consider it work because this is something that I love to do. It's my passion and it's good eating. So that's the purpose of the netting on this raised bed. See, and it does have a handle right here so I can lift up when I want to. I can water directly through the netting, so that's not a problem. And when it rains, it's going to get watered. And I forgot to mention that I will be growing jicama. They're like potatoes, but they have a sweet taste to them like apples. And they're very crunchy. And they're good for diabetics because it's very much less starchy than potatoes. So it's a good alternative. They are originally from Mexico and they're tubers. So I will be growing them. It's a root plant, but the leaves and the foliage does grow up. It's viney. So I'm going to use one of these trellises for the jicama. And of course, my okra, which I've mentioned several times. And then my beans and the zucchini and anything else that is viney. But here's the other bed that my husband made for me. And he took PVC piping and made the hoops. The good thing about this is the space right here. See these little couplings? There's going to be some on each corner. And I can also make this into a mini greenhouse. I can take the 6mm plastic and cover it. And that way, it'll be its own little greenhouse on top of that during the winter. And it'll protect my spinach and anything else like carrots that I want to grow or garlic, onions, things of that nature. So that I have two of them. So I just wanted to share this beautiful project completed and set. And I'm going to do the same thing with all the beds where I'll put twigs and leaves, straw, and then I will put straw and then soil so that I can use that space for seeding, for direct sowing and growing whatever I want to grow. This is my first garden in South Carolina since we moved here, and it's a project that will always be growing. This is my first one. It's my test run. It's the setup. And this cute little thing I got from Temu, and I think it's adorable. I just got that to see how it would do in the garden. I think it's cute. And of course, my berry patch over there, can't forget that. I do come out in the mornings and I say good morning to them and I check on them, and they're doing well. They're adapting to their new home and I'm giving them their space, but I love looking at them, just the fact that they're here. And I do have something planted. Now, these two bales here, this one is going to be potatoes, Yukon Gold, and that one's going to be potatoes, also Yukon Gold. I have a T-post that I'm going to put in the middle because I have panels that I'm going to put up to connect the panels to the middle T-post, and then that way I can secure my tomatoes, because I have blueberry tomatoes which I've never grown before, never tasted, and I got them from M.I. Gardner, and I'm looking forward to tasting them and to my different tomatoes. I have like 8 different varieties, 8 or 9, so they're going to go on these beds here, or these bales, however you want to say. Whatever makes you happy, I'm happy. This is my happy place. I'm also going to have grow bags in the middle. I'm going to have some going against the beds, and when I do fence it in, I'll have grow bags and flowers, my medicinal flowers, growing in between the fence and the garden. So that way the birds, they can enjoy some of them, but not all of them. But I don't want the neighborhood dog that comes over to come and mess them up. I don't want the deer to eat them. I don't mind the birds, bees, pollinators. Hey, I'm all for that. But when it comes to dogs and squirrels, I have an issue, because I am growing peanuts for the very first time. Virginia peanuts. So I'm excited. There's a lot of new things that I'm growing and trying, and we're going to see. And you're coming along with me because this is basically my journal of my garden. And I named my garden Southern Spirits. I'm from the South Bronx, but I'm also Taina, Puerto Rican, also known as Puerto Rican, but I identify as Taina. Our people come from the South. So, and I live in the South, so there's a lot of South there. So this is called Southern Spirits. And I hope you enjoy the journey. And I really appreciate and thank you for coming along and sharing this with me. This is why I'm doing this. I hope that somebody can benefit from what I'm doing. If you have any questions, please make comments, post, share, like, whatever. This is basically a journey for me as a gardener and as an herbalist, in my path, in my growth, and I'm just sharing it with everyone. And no negative comments, please. Let's all be positive and let's all be peaceful. Thank you and have a great evening.